Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're watching me for the very first time, welcome. If you have been my existing family member, welcome, and I remain your N Moses. And on today's video I want to talk about how to get married to your ex brother, or how to get married to your ex friend, your ex-boyfriend's brother, or your ex-boyfriend's friend. You see, sometimes a lot of us, we believe things, these things don't happen. They happen, especially when you're in the midst of people. Ladies, a lot of ladies don't tell you the truth on how they get married, especially when you have seen them with in an existing relationship, and all of a sudden that relationship breaks. The guy moves on or the lady moves on, and you see that in between the lady and a guy who was said to be the other guy's friend or the other guy's brother or cousin, and you have them doing some things. You know, it has to do with attitude, character. You know, when I talk in my videos, I talk much about attitude, characters, and your personality a lot, because these things they work. So sometimes we don't believe these things they work because we have not behaved well, and so we don't believe it works. Or most times we see that we believe when these things work, it's maybe somebody has played funny in a relationship, and or maybe the other person, maybe the lady or the guy is not clean, or we feel it is a taboo for you to leave an existing relationship and you start hooking up with your friend's friend. That's your friend's boyfriend, your guy's boyfriend, or your guy's brother or cousin. You know, it's still the same thing. So sometimes it works. It does, because it's only it doesn't happen when you have you have wasted your life, you have wasted a lot of things, or you have done some certain things that were not supposed to be done as a lady. I talk more of ladies because for me, I talk about the true ways to live life. If you have lived your life very well, see, there's just nothing. It's not, you can't tell me it's not possible. You can't tell me these things don't work. If you have lived your life well, look, I think as time goes on, you're going to hear, I'm going to talk to you. I think there's a video where I talk little about how I met my husband and he becomes my husband today. I met my husband, if I can mention something little, it's through a friend, and that friend is said to be from the same place with him. You know, slightly, because my husband was supposed to do something for me in my office, and I had to get his contact from a friend of mine, and we started talking. He came, walked, and we started talking, and as time went on, I think I'll still have to do another video on how I met my husband. Yes, I still have to do, because there is a video in the house where I mention little, like I have just done now, on how I met my husband. So these things, they work. They can only not work when you have not lived your life well. I mentioned decency in relationship, and I promote decency in relationship because it works. Okay, back to the video. Before I forget, of course I won't forget, because that is why I'm here today. How to get married to your ex-boyfriend or your ex-cousin or brother, anyhow you call it. So if you have lived your life well, you will, is possible. Or if you're living your life well, is possible. So I can actually give you some tips now on how to do that. Now, first and foremost, you have to be sure your character is good, your attitude is good. What do you think about people? What is your belief about others? How do you respond to others? How do you treat other people in pain? How do you treat other people in need? How do you treat people? How do you see people? Do you condemn people and you proud yourself? That can help you. So that is tip number one. You have to, the way you treat people, your character, your attitude towards people, it will help you to get married to your ex. And how does this happen? Tip number two, you must learn to live a good life. You must learn to live a life that your ex should, maybe conscious or unconsciously, he talks to his friends or his cousins about you. He tells them, oh, if you meet Anne, if I can get married to Anne, she's a wife. She's actually a wife material. Anne is a wife material. If your ex can be talking to someone and say, and mention your name and say you are a wife material, and for whatsoever reason, he is not settling down or he's not settling down for you, maybe for family background, for one thing or the other, businesses that have happened between parents, and parents are not saying yes to your relationship or trying to see that it does not work, or parents are saying that it does not work, whatsoever reason, or this guy is already in a date or has someone, or the lady has someone is been dating, and of course it's already in that working state, and of course the guy is saying I cannot leave this girl or I cannot leave that guy whatsoever. If the guy is saying I cannot leave this lady, and the guy or the lady is saying I cannot leave this guy for whatsoever, and you happen to set in, or something happened, it didn't work between the other two people, or it didn't work between you and your ex now. See, you can actually get married to your ex friend because your character is good. You have behaved so well. And your ex, I can tell you, your ex can actually recommend you to a friend. Through you, or telling you this guy is good, or telling the guy this lady is good, it can help you. So your character, which is number one, matters a lot. You know, I have mentioned two now. So number three, you have to position yourself and rebrand yourself as a lady. Do things you were not doing, things that will help you. You must learn to do things. You must learn to go out there, learn new things, learn new skills, especially things that has to do with, if you have a job, an existing job, learn things that have to help you do better in your field where you find yourself. Amongst your associates, you must find something that helps others. You must learn to help others for free. It will help you to get married to your ex-boyfriend, because if your ex has already told them something about you which is making them not to get married to you, the negative part of you, and your ex-friend is happening to see you or meet you doing something and happen to maybe walk with you or have a conversation with you, and you are actually not that person your ex has said, is beginning to see lies in what your ex said, and is seeing a better person in you that can help your ex-friend or cousin or brother or someone that has contact with your ex to settle down for you, because you are not the person he heard of. And even if you were that person, you are actually a better person now that can help you to get married to your ex friend or boyfriend or cousin or whatever you call it. And the next tip is that you must learn to stay within that cycle. Don't just blank people and feel, okay, this relationship no longer exists, and so I am not going to talk to people in this cycle anymore. I am not going to relate with anybody, especially when whatsoever has caused this relationship not to work, it is not coming from you and it's not something bad. It's happening for good. Do not leave that cycle. Learn to appreciate people. Learn to still be in touch. Learn to still be nice the much you can. It will help you. The next one is for you to present yourself, make yourself available. Not saying too much, not talking too much, not sexing too much. Present yourself to be available, you know, knowing that you need this thing. Make yourself available, not by talking too much and saying things you're not supposed to say, and not by sexing too much. You realize what I'm saying? So that can help you to get married to your ex-friend or your ex-cousin or brother or whatever you call it. So the next tip here, I have much. It looks like it's cheap. It's not true, but what I tell you, it works wonders. So present yourself as a helper and help for free. Keep yourself within the circle, work on your attitude, go for something new, learn something new. I have given you up to 5 tips now, or 4. So the next tip is for you to be truthful in everything you do. Be transparent, be truthful, learn to say it the way it is. See, sometimes we believe when you say the truth, things don't work for you, especially in relationships. That is not true. Relationships work better when you have made your partner, the other person, to know about you. You have said your truth, and that settles it. So learn to say the truth and stand by the truth. Learn to smile often. That's another tip. Learn to smile often. That's another tip. I think I'm getting to number 10 now, or number 8 or thereabout. So you just keep picking the tips. So learn to smile often, learn to look good, learn to smell well. You have to change your clothing. That is another tip. Learn to smell well, learn to look good, and learn to smell well in your clothing. Learn not to wear clothes and then repeatedly, especially your bra as a woman. Learn not to repeat your bra, your undies, your panties. Learn not to repeat too many things. And that's the little I have for you for now. And if you have been watching me for the very first time, don't make this time your last time. please, you have to consider the subscribe button. Join me in this family because I talk more about ladies. I promote decency in relationship. I promote anything good that has to do with you bonding with your family and all that and all that. You have to watch more of my videos because I'm doing something nice here. And until I come your way again, I remain your Aunt Moses. From here is a goodbye. Love you. Bye for now.